Hello, we are continuing our discussion about lab safety. In this video, we're going to talk about how to be a good lab citizen. And so there's some must-have habits that you need to develop to be a good lab student. The first thing is that you need to read and understand procedures ahead of time. This will make your lab experience be more efficient, more effective, safer, and more enjoyable for you. Begin with a clean work surface with your instructions clearly posted and available. Have a clear, clean workspace, eliminating any unnecessary books, book bags, or equipment. At the end of lab, or as along the way as you finish with these, return all lab materials and equipment to their proper places. Clean your lab space as instructed by your lab instructor, leaving it in proper order for the next person. For that matter, keep it clean as you go along. Don't let a stack of used paper towels build up at your lab desk. Throw them away as you generate them. So keep your lab area clean. As I mentioned, throw away paper towels and use gloves immediately. Don't block the floor in front of the eye wash or safety shower. Don't leave things on the floor because somebody will trip on them. And don't leave cords dangling because someone may also trip over them. Don't put anything on your face or in your mouth while you're in the lab. You want to take care not to ingest anything in the lab. So food, gum, beverages, candy, tobacco products are never allowed in the laboratory. Don't apply makeup, chapstick, lotion, or anything to your face or hands during lab. Wash your hands with soap and water when you leave the lab before touching your face or other exposed skin. If there are seating areas in the lab, sealed water bottles or beverages should stay in a backpack for the duration of the lab. They should not be out or visible. If you need to take a break to get a drink of water or have a snack, go out of the lab into the hall to do so. No food and drink in the lab. Always stay aware of what's happening around you while working in the lab. You need to watch out for yourself as well as for your lab mates. So don't use any distracting electronic devices while in the lab. Don't wear earbuds so that you'll be able to hear important announcements, especially in case of an emergency or when a safety concern is addressed. Having put away your electronic devices, don't touch them during the lab. You don't want to contaminate them with the chemicals that you've been working with. If you have a chemical spill, notify your instructor and your neighbors, particularly if it's on the floor or bench top. Now, don't try to clean it up yourself. Your instructor may need to use some specially designed chemical spill kits to do that. And each lab is equipped with a spill kit that contains absorbent materials such as spill mats, snakes, and vermiculite. Don't worry, the snakes aren't reptiles. They're these long, you see the one in the bottom right photo, the yellow, long absorbent pillow, in essence, is what it is. So you need to always follow the instructions that are in the lab. Here's an example from Texas Tech. Someone was conducting research funded by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security on some very energetic explosive compounds. And they attempted to produce 100 times more of an explosive compound than the informal lab limit of 100 milligrams. And boom, it went. If you have an injury, be it big or small, you need to report that to your instructor. We won't call emergency services unless we determine it to be a serious injury. No matter what, an incident report will need to be filled out and submitted. We have first aid kits that are available in the lab with band-aids and other items for treating small cuts or burns. If it's a non-serious injury, your instructor will call campus emergency services. Number is 843-953-5609. If it's serious, we would call 911. And our campus officers that would respond will work with them to determine whether or not EMS should be called. The number one responsibility of your lab instructor is to maintain a safe working environment for everyone in the lab. He or she will be in attendance during your lab, walking around, monitoring the use of PPE, monitoring how your experiments are going. Everyone must wear the required PPE at all times. There are no exceptions, so don't ask for one. Do not ask permission to attend the lab without PPE. It's your responsibility to be properly retired. If you're not, you'll be asked to leave, and you won't be given extra time to finish your assignment. If your instructor asks you to cease a behavior or activity that they deem unsafe and you do not comply, your instructor will tell you to leave the lab. And it will result in penalty in regards to your grade. If you have any safety concerns that arise from the lab about the procedures that you're doing or the people that are around you, let your instructor know. If it's something that needs to get elevated up, chain of command, please do so by reporting your safety concern to the head of the Departmental Safety Committee or to the Department Chair of Chemistry and Biochemistry. Further up the line, you can go to if you don't have satisfaction before then, you can go to the Associate Dean for the School of Science and Mathematics. And ultimately, the highest person to approach about a lab safety problem with the Director of Environmental Health and Safety. So know and follow the rules, look and recognize safety hazards, and always be proactive in lab to minimize the risk of injury to yourself or to others from hazards. Good luck, have fun in lab. Thanks for watching.